Welcome back to another Machinimites podcast. It's been a while, been on a little mini break I guess, and we are back with some more fantastic guests and some more fantastic topics as well. So first things first, let's get our guests introduced. So Freestyle, if you want to say hi and say what you do on your channel.
Hey guys, what's up? I do everything on my channel except for porno. I do texture pack reviews, I do video game reviews, I do co-op playthrough. I don't know what I'm trying to even say right now. I'm trying to eat soup.
Alright, yeah, 2/3 of our guests are eating right now, which is brilliant.
Yeah, I'm done eating.
Oh,
I'm like halfway through my bowl here.
Well, there's a little bit of rice left on my plate. I might eat this.
I actually
Alright.
have soup going in right now.
and we have another guest, Geno, if you want to say hi.
Hey, what's up, guys? Geno here. Geno, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm used to both in real life and online. But basically what I do on my channel is how-to guides for Dota 2, and I'm playing Cave Story and Borderlands currently.
Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Border-
as soon as I said your name, I thought I bet I've butchered that. I bet I've pronounced it completely wrong. But anyway,
No, it's fine.
our third and final guest. He's probably a familiar face around here now, or familiar voice, I guess you should say. It's the guy with heaps of swag, Mr. SwagginCrow.
What's going on, guys? As you just said, my name's SwagginCrow, and on my channel I post a whole bunch of different videos of Minecraft, and I just post random games that I find fun at the time, so it could be like anything.
Nice. So first things first, just want to ask you guys if you've got any sort of special videos going up on your channel, like upcoming projects, or you know, anything special coming into your channel at the moment. What's going on? Or is it just same old series as you're doing at the moment?
I have a pretty cool one I can talk about. I am doing a Storage Wars Machinima, and with an actual cameo appearance from Dan Dotson, the actual auctioneer from the show Storage Wars on A&E. I contacted him, and he's actually doing an intro for the video, which is pretty neat.
Oh, nice. What game are you doing it on? Or
Just Minecraft, and it's like
nice.
I made like a whole bunch of like storage units, and it's gonna be like the show. I already have like an intro created and stuff. Pretty neat.
Wicked. You got a release date for that, or just? as it
Nope,
comes
still
up?
work in progress.
Nice. What about you, Freestyle? Any special projects coming up?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing some Borderlands 2 coming up with GamerBomb. I'm doing lots of online multiplayer Minecraft, custom maps, custom servers, you name it, and
Nice.
all kinds of other fun stuff. It's a shame I can't really have porn on Machinima channel, I tell you.
Yeah, it does
Machinima
suck.
porn.
Well, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to do more comms with more directors and explode from there. That
Good
sounded
stuff.
really dirty.
And what about you, Geno? I'm gonna keep saying Geno. I apologize right now.
I
That's
will
fine.
too.
I'm-
Geno. It looks like Geno.
No, I'm used to both. But anyway, so I'm going to be casting a offline event for Dota 2 in a coming month or so, and I'm actually probably going to be doing some live casting pretty soon in the next couple weeks or so. I'll let you guys know when that's going to happen.
Nice. All right. Good stuff. So now we can dig into our first topic on the list. On the list. Sorry, can't even speak, which is probably bad for a podcast, but never mind. Got my notepad here. Skyrim DLC. Let's talk about that. So who here has Skyrim? Just so the audience knows.
I do.
I do.
On PS3 though, not on PC like everyone else.
I got PC.
I played it at a friend's house. Does that count?
Nice.
Sure,
it's
that
it's
counts.
good enough.
If it's for more than like 2 hours, then it counts. How long was it?
It was.
All right then, it counts.
All right. So what do you guys personally want from a DLC for Skyrim? What do you want added to the game?
A monster truck. Shaped like a dragon. Except it's got wheels.
That would be pretty
I think
badass.
more characters would be pretty cool.
Yeah, more characters
you
would be
can play?
cool.
That'd be good.
Like,
I'm not very
More
creative.
customization.
Yeah.
Ooh, a dragon mount.
Mm.
That would be awesome.
Actually, that was the thing I wanted the most.
Yeah.
I actually thought they were going to have that in this one.
We can ride the dragons. That'd
Damn
be sweet.
straight.
I would do that all day.
Me too.
I mean,
Even
I
you're like
remember.
fishing from the dragons.
That's like all I would do.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet actually. Just riding around Skyrim, just burning people. If you could like command your dragon to start burning up like bandits and all that.
Yeah. Like
mean,
dismount it and have it as a pet or something.
yeah, just follow you behind you, like roll up into Whiterun with a massive dragon behind you.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
It'd be so badass. But what about like specific whole new quest lines? Like, do you think there's room for more quest lines like the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood? Do you think there's room for another parallel quest line?
Definitely.
What kind of things do you think they could go down though? Because it seems very easy to say that they've covered everything at this point, but I guess they probably haven't when you think about it. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to think of a whole new side quest off the top of my head.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, but I'm glad I'm not a writer or a... I'm glad I don't have to do that sort of job. I'm glad there's people out there that do that for us. But yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff they could add. I think there's more rewards they could add too, like specialized horses, or like even say new kind of like armor designs, weapons. I think that'd be really cool to implement more of that stuff in game too.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point about the horses, because the only horse you can get, you can buy one of those generic horses, or you get Shadowmare after the Dark Brotherhood. There's no, as far as I'm aware, there's no other kind of horse. So it'd be cool if there were different horses with different abilities and advantages over each. And,
Mammoth mounts.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I think more animal transport in general would be decent.
Awesome. Yeah, like something fast
amazing.
too.
Like, imagine getting on one of them saber cats, or I don't know, a troll. Imagine mounting one of them.
Now that sounds we're starting to get into World of Warcraft.
Oh god.
Oh dear. No, but you could do a spell that, like, I mean, you can add a new spell that, I don't know, tames beasts for whatever purpose you want. There's all kinds of stuff you could do, I guess.
I would like to see some sort of like dragon battle, like some massive dragon battle even. That would be
pretty
cool.
cool. I'd also
And then
like to
have
see,
your character like walk out into the middle of it and like do a shout and everybody stops. You're like, yep, that's right, I'm the man.
Yeah, I'd like to see more like loot, like more rewards, different types of weapons with different enchantments. More enchantments, definitely. Like, because there's got to be so many enchantments they could do with all the skills there is, and there's got to be so much more they can bring in terms of items. And just like, because everyone's got Daedric, well, I don't know if everyone's got Daedric at this point, but loads of people have got like the top armor and are pretty much set in terms of their weapons and everything, and they're set into a routine. So it'd be nice to get some more armor with different sort of like pros and cons and stuff like that. It'd be pretty cool.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
a lot of people, moving on slightly, Bethesda sort of announced that there would be an April surprise, and everyone assumed that it would be DLC, but it was in fact Skyrim for Kinect. So what do you guys think about Skyrim on Kinect? Do you think it works? I mean, looking at the trailer, it seems...
I haven't seen that actually.
I have.
It seems awkward, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think there's too many commands to try and remember, I think. But I think
Yeah.
being able to sort of do the slashing moves and blocking with your shield and arms and stuff like that, I think that's one thing that's really cool about it. But I mean, if you think of all the commands you've got to try and memorize, I don't know, that's kind of pushing it a little bit much, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer, but just by the sounds of Skyrim on Kinect, it sounds a little bit ridiculous. Like, how would they pull that off?
In the trailer, they were going through all of the shouts that you can actually say each shout, and it will perform that shout. And that just seemed, on its own, one, awkward, and two, complicated. Like,
Yeah.
They said there are going to be over, what, 200 commands on the...
Oh my god.
Jeez.
it's just...
Who's going to remember that?
Exactly. You'd have to put a load of sticky pads all over your TV just so you can remember all of them. Just absolutely patch the crap out of your TV with notes and reminders and all this.
No kidding.
I mean...
Oh man, that's horrible.
I think it's a good idea, but with a game like Skyrim where it's so complex, like with indie games, I guess you could say, like with Minecraft, that's a game that would really suit Kinect when you think about it. You're just walking around, you know, left hand, place block, right hand, destroy block. I mean, that's a good example of a game that would, in my opinion, work with Kinect. But Skyrim, just all the dialogue and everything. Yeah, that's the point. In dialogue, do you have to say the subtitle you want to say, or I don't even know. Like,
That would be confusing.
Yeah. And like,
yeah, I agree.
plus the whole thing with like Kinect is sure, that means no one can be in the room with you, because if they talk, they could do something that you don't want to do, and then you start raging at people that are in your house, and it's just going to cause all kinds of chaos.
Yeah, no
Picking
kidding.
the wrong command.
Yeah, and just, I don't know, if you sneeze and then you do some sort of shout that like kills a guard, and suddenly you've got this massive bounty on you.
Buzz rolled off from your nose, that's right.
Yeah, just, I don't know. But what do you guys think about the whole moving, I didn't really have a phrase for this, like moving gaming, like with the Wii and the Move and the Kinect. I mean, I've always had this opinion that when I go to game, I game because it's a lazy thing to do. I don't go and have a gaming session to work up a sweat and flail around like an idiot. I mean, what do you guys think about consoles like that?
Who wants to go first?
Who's the one right now? Want me to go?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
you go, Swag.
well, the Wii, I don't know, the Wii, you don't really have to set up and play around. To be honest, I can play most Wii games just sitting on the couch and moving my wrists, so the technology is not quite there yet to actually forcefully make you get up and do it. Like when I'm like playing with like family or something, like everyone's like up, like playing baseball, setting up, swinging the bat. I can just like sit on the couch and hit home runs. I've perfected that, but I mean, I don't mind like the motion stuff. Like Kinect was pretty cool, but of course I have like where I game, I have a pretty small room, so I always hit my head off the roof. So I don't really use my Kinect, only to do like voice stuff. But I don't mind it. It's not like I'm against it. Like it's pretty fun.
What about
I
you,
think
Frizzy?
I think I don't know. I think the motion stuff really has its ups and downs. I think it's really picky. I think mainly it's good for sports games and stuff like that. But I don't know, like especially with the new Star Wars Kinect coming out, I think that's going to probably be one of the breaking points for combat when it comes to motion stuff. I don't know, I don't know. See, I have a Kinect, I have a Wii, and I used to have the Move, and I used the Wii most because it had like the tennis games and it had the sports games and stuff like that. But I don't know. What do you think, Gino?
It seems like, I don't know, I'm one of those people that's used to sitting down and just holding a controller and playing, because some of those motions might be a little too crazy, or maybe like Crow was saying earlier, how you're pretty much, you can just do all those motions sitting down. So I don't know, it seems all right to me when I tried some of those, like the Move, the Kinect, and the Wii, but it'll be interesting to see how they actually evolve the technology in the future.
For sure.
Do you think
Virtual reality
that's-
Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that is the future? Do you think eventually there will be no controller, no handheld? It'll all be you're doing it, you're in the game, as it were.
Maybe in like the close future, but in the future, I'm hoping that you don't have to do anything. You can just sit there with those goggles on, like on TV. Just
Drool
do it all with
coming out
your
of your
mind.
mouth. You're just like,
That would be
"Ah."
awesome.
But I
That'd be
mean,
hilarious.
what if someone... Yeah, but think about this, right? You're playing World of Warcraft with those goggles. People will literally die because they will care about their character more than themselves, and when they're hungry, they will like eat in the game, and like seriously, people will be dying if...
Well, then they'll be stupid, and it'll be their own fault. They'll come with a warning label.
Evolution.
That sounds like Futurama.
I feel like I've seen an anime with this kind of thing before.
You probably have. But I imagine like somebody from Gamer. Do you know the movie Gamer? Something like that, where there's this like, you know, the people, they don't take care of themselves, so they get so obese and, you know, just kind of sit there drooling on themselves, and I don't know. That's not the sort of gaming I want to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's all about self-control, just like gaming now. Like, you could die playing a game now, but people don't. Like,
Don't say that. My
I
life
could
is
play
games.
Minecraft all day and then just not eat for like 7 weeks, and I could die.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's I don't know if I'd go that far. But
No, of course I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying it's possible. Like, just because you're like living a game, like not living a game, but like it's virtual reality, doesn't mean that you'll like die from it.
I remember
Yeah.
the worst like news story I ever heard, and it was in Japan or like South Korea, one of the two, like Eastern Asia. and this couple were out at an internet cafe, because that's what they do over there. They like all go to internet cafes rather than having home PCs, and they were gaming, and they left their baby back at their like flat, and they just completely neglected the baby, and they stayed at this internet cafe for like, I don't know, 72 hours straight or something like that, and the baby just died, and like they completely neglected it, which was just awful.
Oh god, that's kind of terrible.
I know.
Wow.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, that's terrible.
See, like that kind of stuff happens now. So like, as terrible as it is, advancements in gaming like virtual reality and stuff, that won't really affect it.
Yeah, but do you think it would increase the amount of like deaths and negligence?
It probably would, but all the people who do die from it would probably be extremely stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
I had another question and I completely like forgot it. Never mind.
Oh, gee, and this is your show
I
too.
know.
Oh my god.
I guess I gotta just go. I mean,
That's
I'm
it.
not
You're
worthy.
fired. Get out.
All right. So, let's talk about, because we were talking about into the future and the future of like moving gaming. I really need to find a better phrase for that, because that sounds so stupid. Moving gaming. It doesn't. Do
Moving
you
gaming.
guys know the phrase for like moving gaming, where you're moving as you're gaming? It sounds so stupid.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
There's got to be an official phrase, surely.
Oh, what?
Like,
Oh well, if you think about it, moving gaming could be like the Kinect when you're doing Kinect sports. You're moving while you're gaming.
yeah, but it sounds so sounds bad. I put it down because I didn't know what the phrase was for moving gaming. Never mind. Anyway, let's talk next gen consoles. So who here has a console?
I do.
Me
I have
do.
two.
console. I've got too many consoles.
I
I've got.
have an Xbox, and my brothers have a PS3 that I use when I want to.
If you
And I
saw
have
my
a
place,
GameCube.
if you saw my place, you'd think I was the angry video game nerd. I've got just about every console known to man.
All right, here's another question. Who here uses their console as their primary platform?
I do. Well, it depends on the game, really.
Well,
Like, generally, I play more like multiplayer games on console, because that's what all my friends play on, but I play, like, single-player games on PC.
all right.
I'm actually the complete opposite.
Like, all my real-life friends, like, play COD and all those games on Xbox, so I play on those.
So, what do you guys think about the next generation consoles from both Sony and from Microsoft? What are your... I mean, will you guys, for starts, be purchasing any of them?
Nope.
I probably will be.
I won't be getting the Xbox, that's for sure. I don't like the whole thing where you can't play used games. I want to be able to, borrow friends' games and stuff like that. I think that sucks. Or, even to go buy stuff on sale. I think that's going to kill stores like... Well, I don't think it'll kill, but I think it's going to do some serious damage to stores like GameStop and EB Games.
Oh, I think it might even kill them.
You think so?
I think so, because you can just buy everything online and keep it to your console without any, like, actual, like, games and discs. Like, everything
Yeah.
will move to digital soon enough, and then there'll be no point for having a GameStop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Have you seen the released pictures of the Xbox 720? It looks so weird.
Are they real? Because they're
I don't
probably
know.
not real at this point.
No, probably not, but they look bizarre, man.
Like, I've seen, like, Xbox 720, you can't see my air quotes here, drawings, like, 2-3 years ago. Like, they're just fake.
is it the thing that looks like a surfboard with a dent, like...
Yeah.
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 That looks weird. That
Like,
looks
if you
big as
Google
well.
search Xbox 720, there's, like, 1,000 different things.
So,
I've probably seen at
did they
least
say
like
anything about hard drive size that'd get released with the Xbox 720?
I'm not even sure it's going to be called that, but they haven't said anything yet that I know of. I don't think Microsoft has... Like, I don't think they're going to say anything about the next-gen consoles until very soon before they're released, because people will stop buying 360s and stuff.
Next, hopefully the next console will at least still have some indication of when your system dies. Well, they went from a whole ring to one dot, and it's going to be gone next time, so nobody knows what's going on with the system.
Isn't everything just pure speculation on what the actual specs are on each of these systems?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm reading
There's like
here-
some leaked information, but I'm not sure if that's legit or not. There's no really way to tell until Microsoft says something. So I'm waiting for E3. Might say something there.
I'm reading here that Microsoft apparently ignored an Intel chipset and went with an IBM triple core CPU. But having said that, I don't know if it's backed up in any way, shape or form. I also read a tweet earlier that said one of the two, either the like PS4 or Xbox 720, would support a 16-core CPU. So,
Whoa.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that's getting
I think
serious.
that might be a lie.
I think we might be looking at a high price tag too.
Oh, easily
Oh my
$800, I
God,
bet.
Yeah, forget that. I'll get. Oh wait, I can't get mine used.
And the thing is, like, the thing that I would say has put off people from going with PC to console is the fact that everyone thinks a gaming PC is so expensive. So surely if they're going to release this high-spec, high-price console, at this point, I can see a lot of people converting to PC.
Oh, for sure.
You know, I think PC's making a huge comeback too. I think PC was dying for a while, but
Yeah.
ever since you got things like what is it, GameFly and Steam, and those programs are really bringing the PC back to gaming, which is awesome because I love both. You know.
I used to, like, as a kid, I used to always be on console. Like, I never had a PC game pretty much. But as soon as I got my custom PC, like, a year and a bit ago, probably 2 years ago now actually, not really sure, but I've just been constantly, like, upgrading it and just getting games on PC over console now, because the PS3 and the Xbox 360, just the graphics aren't really cutting it for me anymore. I mean, it depends on your system, obviously, and also I love the fact that you can just download it. Like, there's no disc, there's no, you know, there's no nothing. You just download and play, and it's so simple. And Steam it's got to be one of the best things ever. Like the amount of sales and how many games there are as well. It's just, it's genius.
Like in the 90s, PC gaming was like the most popular. Then like '05, the Xbox came out, and I think PC gaming kind of died. Then in later years of the console, since like the specs are kind of low end now because they're from 2005, I think that PC is becoming more popular again because it's easier to get a better PC than console. But once the new next-gen consoles come out, I think they'll be popular for like 2 or 3 years, and then once they start to get kind of low end, then PC gaming is gonna get popular again. Kind of like that pattern that's going on right now.
So do you think when the release of these next-gen consoles, do you think PC gaming will then take a dip?
A little bit.
Maybe for a little bit, but because of the business model that a lot of PC games are going to, which is a free-to-play model, that's why you're kind of seeing the rise in people playing PC more, especially with like League of Legends or
Blacklight.
some of those other
Blacklight,
games that are getting really popular now.
Yeah.
I mean, there
And,
are tons of games that are getting covered by Machinima that you keep seeing are free to play and all this, and it's looking good. It's looking promising, to be honest.
It is looking good for PC, but like consoles more like mainstream, I guess. So
Yeah,
give it a couple more years.
especially for like first-time
Yeah.
gamers, if you know what I
Like
mean.
there's very few PC gamers who go to my high school, but there's like everyone owns an Xbox.
Yeah, and also like if you're buying your, like, I don't know, 8-year-old kid his first gaming platform, I can't really picture you buying a computer because a lot of people imagine computers to be a lot more fragile and like...
Yeah, and dangerous for
Yeah.
little children to be on with all those creepers on the internet.
all those people that record themselves and put themselves on YouTube.
One of the things that I really like is how most games that are coming out now for the consoles are also coming out for PC, which is freaking awesome.
I think it's
Love
good
it.
that, like, there used to be quite a few like console exclusives, but now there's becoming like a lot more available on PC and a lot more PC exclusives as well, which is really awesome. I mean, think of Minecraft. It's genius. It doesn't work on the other platforms, like, especially the phone. Like, for me, it doesn't anyway. It just...
Mobile gaming is really big as well because of all the people who have smartphones now.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, the rise of mobile gaming is also quite imminent as well. Like, you're seeing a lot of more people playing, well, Angry Birds for one. You're also seeing a lot of like Fruity Ninjas and all of that.
I mean, I can easily say I've got over 100 games on my iPod Touch. Just, And I don't even use my Apple Touch anymore. I use my smartphone, and that's got
Yeah, I
some
wanna
games
buy
on it
that.
as well.
I regret my decision of buying a BlackBerry because the games are like not as big a selection as Android or iPhone. I just play Brick Breaker all day.
Fair enough.
Class.
So do you think, here's another question, do you think Android are gonna completely overtake Apple, or do you think
No.
the amount of Apple fanboys
There's way too many, like,
Oh,
the
no.
average person is, I wouldn't even call them Apple fanboy, they just buy Apple products because they're easy to use and they just work. Like,
Yeah,
to an
and a lot of the
experience,
games
like,
on it are really cheap too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
the
what I
thing
love
is, a lot more, from what I've noticed, a lot more people from the US and like Canada buy Macs, whereas a lot of people in England are all Windows, to be honest.
it's not so much that more of us do, it's just like the average person just buys a Mac because it's easy to use, it already comes, and like you don't have to be smart with computers to understand a Mac.
It's
Whereas
also part of
PC,
a
it
huge
takes, like,
trend.
you have to like install antiviruses and stuff like that, and you can't do stupid stuff. And the
Yeah.
average person's pretty stupid.
Yeah, I guess.
But also taking into account the marketing of Apple, like it's really, really big. So you're seeing a
Yeah.
lot of people buy Apple products a lot more too.
Well, like, I'm not gonna lie, I would rather have an iPod than a what's the Microsoft version of an iPod? A
Oh,
Zune.
it's that-
Zune.
Yeah.
I would,
Is that
I
a
would
Zune?
much rather have an iPod than a Zune, just because they're easier to use and they're more
Oh, the
convenient.
Zune sucks.
A Zune
Yeah.
HD, it is. I remember before I got my iPod Touch, like for Christmas, I was looking, like, I was doing loads of research, as I'm sure you guys do when you're getting a new present. You just research every single aspect of it. And I was looking at this Zune, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. And then I realized that there was just nothing available for it because nobody has it and nobody wants to program games for it because, you know, you're programming for the 5 people that have it. So
Yeah.
it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, that definitely is a flop product that I would just abandon, like,
I agree.
as a business. But do you think some businesses carrying them on for pride reasons, like big businesses that can afford to? So
Netflix, for one. I know it's not a cell phone company or anything like that, but you're talking about companies with too much pride. I think Netflix is one of them.
I mean, I've never had Netflix. Is it? Do you have?
Well, what they did was they brought all their customers in with really cheap deals, like $7 a month in the States anyway. And then they tried to hike up the price, and to get people to sign over to this more expensive price, what they did was they took TV series and like cut them in half. And if you wanted to watch the rest of the series, oh, you got to pay for it now. And they lost like 70, was it something like 70% of their subscriber base.
Jesus.
And then so they, you know, they didn't give up, but they owed like a lot of money, right, to all these like film companies and stuff. And then just kind of stuck in there and lowered the price again. And yeah, I don't really know what's going on with it now. I haven't really been keeping up to it, but I think that's a company that's got lots of pride and not giving up. So
That's bad. Like cutting off
Yeah.
half a series, and I mean
Yeah.
they can't expect to get away with that
Mhm.
unless you get absolutely hooked. I mean,
Exactly. And one of the things that was really stupid is that sometimes they wouldn't just cut the series in half. What they would do is they'd cut like the last episode out, so you wouldn't know what happened, and then you'd be like, "Oh, why did you do that?" And yeah, it's really
And
stupid.
to be honest, things like that probably promote illegal watching, like illegal streaming of videos, because I know a lot of people that are probably like computer with it, like computer savvy, aren't gonna then pay for the last episode, which probably costs the same as the whole series, if not more, I'd imagine, by the soundings of this company. But I mean, surely that promotes just trying to Google search it and downloading it for free, which is obviously, everyone always complains about it, but then you got these companies that, you know, they're kind of pushing it because they're expecting people to pay ridiculous amounts of money for something that they should have the right to have because they've already bought the product, essentially.
And if you don't want people, see, this is my opinion. If you don't want people to pirate, lower the damn prices.
Yeah.
Yes.
You think
Yeah.
about all these Hollywood companies that are having it rough, even though they're getting millions of box office. Like, it cannot be that bad. It cannot be that bad. I mean, just look at the quality of, like, everything they have, like the quality of life they're having, like it's really not an issue. It's not a it's annoying, and like
it's a shame.
it's just, and everything is pretty expensive when you think about it. Like one song on iTunes is like £1, if not more, like £1.50, which is kind of ridiculous for like 3 minutes of audio. You have to pay like a ridiculous amount for it. But
I agree.
what are you gonna do? I mean, and then there are all these rappers that just like buy drugs and guns and all this shit anyway. So like, why should they have my money? So
if I was making millions of dollars, I'd have a nice huge house filled with TVs and video games, and then I'd be happy.
Yeah, and then I would sell the rest of my albums at like a couple of pence just to like cut even. That's what I would do if I've been set up for life, which I'm sure a lot of them do on like one single, on their hit single when they hit #1 or whatever. I would then just make the rest of my albums, you know, break even, and then if I saw myself becoming broke, I would sell one for more again, and then easy does it. I mean, I remember there was one band, well, I don't remember, I was told that there was one band that released an album, and they're a pretty big band, and they said, pay what you want for it. And I think that's pretty cool. Because
that is cool.
Those that really like their music and are really passionate won't buy it for a penny. They'll genuinely, like, pay a little bit more because they support them. Which, you know, it's things like the Humble Bundle as well. Like, you donate what you want to get those games, and so those that are really like passionate about the developers and that, they'll more than happy pay, you know, a decent price for it. But those that are on the fence and not sure about it, they'll pay slightly less, and I think that's a better way of going about it rather than making everyone pay a ridiculous amount.
Well, do you remember the guys that sang the Peaches song? Peaches for you, peaches for me, blah blah blah, let's all something, I don't know, whatever. But anyways, the guys that wrote the Peaches or sang the Peaches song, they weren't around for very long, but they were saying about the whole copyright thing is that we don't care if people download our songs. We don't make money off the albums. We make money off the concerts because people listen to the albums and then they go pay a fortune to see them live, right? So
yeah. Someone else told me that as well, that like artists make the majority of their money on like tours and concerts and things like that, because they are expensive. They, you know, gigs can get quite expensive, which to be honest that's fair enough because it's a live event at an arena and you can, you know, it's a really good experience, whereas buying an album you can sometimes get a bit pissed off because you're paying like an extortionate amount of money for like 8 songs, and that no doubt within a couple of months, depending on who it is, you're probably not going to listen to much of them again. So
I think that if you pay like, I don't know, tons of money to go see a concert, they should give you like a CD to take home with. You pay like $30 to go to a movie theater, which you can actually pay that much to go see a movie in the theaters sometimes. Sure. They should give you a disc to take home, you know, like you're paying for the movie. Why am I just renting a video? Why don't you just, I'm paying $30 now, give me a friggin' copy. You know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I see what you mean. Do you think like rental companies will ever go out of bust, like go out of business?
Oh man, they're dropping like flies around me already. Yeah,
I mean, there's this, my local movie rental shop. It's got one employee, I swear, because every single time I go in there, it's the same guy, and he's always in there. And they just
I shouldn't be laughing, but that just sounds kind of funny.
Yeah, every time, and he's always really happy. Well, like, it's kind of like that false happy where you can kind of tell there's an underlying depression, but he's putting on a brave face to make the sell. And the thing is, like, go on.
Oh, the one in my hometown, like, went out of business, like, last year, but everything in my town goes out of business. My town sucks for businesses. Like, everyone who owns businesses just sucks. But where my dad lives, because my parents are divorced, and I go to my dad's every other weekend, and the one in Stratford where my dad lives, the movie rental place there is, like, prospering, and, like, everyone goes there. Like, everyone in the town knows the movie place, and they go there, like, easily a couple times a week to rent a movie, and it's just, like, awesome. But I can't see that lasting for very long with Netflix and stuff.
Like, digital download has got to be the way forward for
especially
everything.
Like, even Apple TV is getting more affordable from what I hear too, so I might switch over to that.
See, what do you get with Apple TV? Do you get all the normal channels?
I think you get just about everything, really. I think Apple TV's got its own selection of stuff, and then you can add things like Netflix and I don't know if the other ones. I know there's more out there just like Netflix, but I can't remember what they're called. But I mean, I think that's kind of what you get. It's like internet stream
YouTube
TV.
money. Just saying.
Oh yeah. What, you just got paid?
Yeah, I just got paid.
Oh, nice.
I'm checking my emails.
Alright, that means
Anyway.
I've got to fill the time while I have to do the hosting business.
I think it's kind of like, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Netflix is cool and very convenient, but on the other hand, it kind of sucks seeing these video rental places going out of business because it's so cool. Like going in there, like I remember like going as a kid going in there with my family, being able to run around, pick out a movie, get a treat, and it's just pretty,
Yeah.
it's like a fun experience. It's kind of like nostalgic kind of, but
And it would be like that
Yeah.
special occasion that you
yeah,
don't
like
do all
I
the
get
time.
to go to the movie store and I get a treat.
Yeah, and it's the same with the cinema. You're sort of paying for the experience just as much as the film.
And like the popcorn and the big screen and the seats and stuff. Yeah.
Because, I mean, to be honest, not many people, like, if DVD came out on the same day as cinema release, then I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be that much of a dip in cinema.
Yeah, people would
because
still go to the cinema just.
with things
just
like Avatar, for example, that kind of film you have to see at the cinema.
Oh,
I
hey,
mean-
do you know what would really hook people in, though, is if, let's say, the only place you could get the DVD would be by seeing the movie, by paying to see the movie.
Yeah,
That would
I
be
mean,
interesting to see, actually.
at least for the period between the cinema release and the DVD release. Like, if the cinema then got exclusive copies of the DVDs, that would be a pretty good business model, to be fair. But no doubt they'll probably charge you like triple.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
It's just, it's gonna happen. Speaking
Family of four spends $300 at the movie theater.
yeah,
No
like,
kidding, right?
each person has to pay for one
We
copy.
even got to take home the movie.
Like if you go to the movie theaters with like a family of people, it can cost upwards to like $60 to $100. Like with like popcorn and stuff, like it's ridiculous now. Like if you go to like one of the big ones in the city.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Yep.
food there, I reckon that's where they make their margin.
Oh,
'cause-
food's so expensive.
I know,
It's
it's
crazy.
ridiculous. I remember trying to get in
gross.
with a bunch of friends, and we had a Burger King beforehand, and one of my friends still had his Burger King, and he tried to get in the cinema with his Burger King, and he was just told to get out. It was
Oh,
absolutely
we always
hilarious.
go to this store called the Bulk Bar. I'm not sure if that's over you, but
Oh,
it's just like a
Bulk
place where you
Barn.
can buy candy in bulk. And we get like a couple pounds of candy and then just put it in our coats and go in the theater.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
so much
Bulk
cheaper.
Barn for the win.
I know. That's the best
Love
store
Bulk
ever.
Barn. I know, right? Oh my god. If
Do you-
Bulk Barn didn't exist, I'd kill myself. No, I would do that. There's no violence
So
on this
much
show.
cheap candy.
I know it. It's good too.
So going back to digital versus hard copy, I guess you could say, do you think in the future there won't be any game shops as well? Do you think it will all be download either straight to your console if they're still around, or straight to your PC? Or do you think there still will be game shops? Because especially if you can't do used games, like that's pretty much the only reason I go to game shops now, is to trade in games and get like a few pennies back.
Unfortunately, I think, like, I don't know if it was Gino or Jordan. Did I say your name wrong?
Nope, that's right.
Swag. Okay. But I don't know which one of them said it, but I think gaming stores are on their way out.
Yeah.
I think as new consoles come out with more downloading features, like another example is the PS Vita, and
Yeah.
that's all download. Like there's no cartridges for that, I don't think, or anything. Is there cartridges for that?
I don't know. I didn't follow that much.
I don't know. I didn't either, but I'm pretty sure it's only downloadable. And I mean, if more and more consoles come out like that, you're gonna start to see these kind of stores die off. But I mean, there's always going to be the online ability to be able to buy cartridges for your old consoles. I think that's always going to be around. But I mean, it's almost the same thing, right? It's all internet now.
Because eventually I guess it will end up being, instead of a shop, you'll have a warehouse with one guy in it, as opposed to a shop with multiple salespeople in it.
Yeah, it'd be
And-
cheaper.
Yeah, and like, because I get all my stuff either off Steam, or if it's not on Steam, I'll get it on Amazon, because Amazon are cheap. They're like best price for everything, I swear.
They are pretty cheap.
And, you know, it's just so much more convenient as well. Like, you don't have to go out or anything like that. And don't have to go out, another excuse not to go out. But it's, I think it's on its way out. I mean, I don't know why, because I don't know if you guys heard about Game. It's like a branch of shops, game shops. That's actually called Game.
I've heard of them.
Yeah,
don't they host like Gamescom?
They host Game Fest.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those things.
And they recently were going down and had to close like so many shops and sack so many employees, but then a company bailed them out, and I was just thinking, like, why bail out a sinking ship? Like, it's like if the Titanic was on its way down, you could patch up like a tiny bit of it. That's what I was seeing there, because like it's gonna go out of business eventually. There's no way a physical shop can beat an online shop in the future, surely.
I think the only way that they'll exist is probably as a hobby shop, but other than that, they are on their way out. It just depends on who starts their full-on digital distribution first between your Nintendo, your Microsoft, and Sony.
What's probably going to end up happening is they'll do it at a reasonably like similar time period, and that'll just kill all of the sort of game shops. Because if say Sony converted to digital download, but Microsoft and Nintendo were still on thingy, then that's still a chunk of the market that's still like hard copy. But if say the 720 and the PS4 come out reasonable same time and they're both downloads, then that's a large chunk out of the physical copy. So that's gonna definitely hit the game shops out there. And like you said, it'd probably turn into more of like an antique. So like if I were them, I would probably start collecting, trading games and trading consoles, and then turn it into a sort of novelty. Like, oh my god, have you seen that game where everyone was squares and like, not Minecraft, but like, yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm like from the original Nintendo / Atari age, but I would love, and I know this will never happen, but I would absolutely love it if older systems made a comeback. Like if I know the older game coding is a heck of a lot harder than it is now. Apparently that's what I've been told, but I don't know if that's actually true. But I would love to see people start recreating games for the Dreamcast or like, let's say, the Nintendo. There was actually one guy who made a Nintendo game for the original NES like 2 years ago, back in 2010, and he sold like tons of copies.
That'd be a cool idea.
I would love it.
I guess it is novelty value, but I don't think it's sustainable. That's the only thing.
Like, you wouldn't make a ton of money, but if you're just like a fan and like kind of a nerdy guy who could do that, that'd be a neat thing to do.
I'd buy them.
Yeah, I guess you could look at Minecraft. Like, that's not leading edge technology and programming, is it? But that flew. Like,
no, but for some reason my maxed out PC still lags on it every now and then.
Yeah, occasionally I hit spikes where I drop to like 30 frames per second. I'm like, huh? Paid like $900 for this computer.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Same here, and I don't get it.
Another thing that annoys me about Minecraft is when you're playing online and you get those massive chunk errors. Like, that's been there from the start. I remember
playing that one time.
I don't know why it happens.
And you fall through them too.
Yeah, and then you're stuck there forever, just going
until
you disconnect and reconnect.
Again. It's annoying.
Then you have to edit out the IP and all this shenanigans. It seems like, well, I'm not a programmer or anything, but it seems like surely there's something in there that can fix it.
I hate Minecraft multiplayer. I mean, I love playing on it, but the way that they've got it set up really sucks. That's like going way back. If you have to use IP addresses to get into somebody's game, that's like going way back in age.
Yeah.
Do you remember like when you'd set up like let's say, do you guys ever play Neverwinter Nights or something like that, or Age of Empires?
Yes.
Like back in the day, you'd need somebody's IP address.
No, I'm not that old.
Man.
I'm only like 15, almost 16.
I'm 31. Jeez, I'm an old fart over here.
I'm a young
man. I'll be playing games till I'm dead. I'm like, somebody's gonna have to like put a controller in my coffin with me.
We condemn this day, and hopefully he'll respawn into the war zone.
Yes.
But anyway, moving on to another topic, because we've probably covered like everything right now. But game expos, past experiences. You guys ever been to any?
I've been to a Comic-Con, but it wasn't like the San Diego Comic-Con. It was called Fan Expo, and it's in Toronto. It's like the Comic-Con for the North, I guess. It's like made by the same people and stuff, but it has a different name. And there was some game stuff there, and it was a really neat experience. But I'd really like to go to like an actual con dedicated to like games.
What about you guys?
Nope.
I've been to one.
Never.
What have you been to?
The E3 experiences that I've had, they were really cool. Some people say they've scaled down, and it's probably true, but I don't know. I still had a lot of fun. BlizzCon, that one was pretty cool, actually. I've never seen so many people huddle around for a StarCraft 2 game, so like, it was a really cool experience.
But I'm gonna have to wait till next year. I couldn't make it this year. I'm like 6 hours away from Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
But again, I'm only 15, so it's kind of hard for me to go. Whereas if you're like in your 20s, you can just go by yourself. But me, it's like a big deal. Like,
hey man, I'm 31 and I still can't go anywhere.
you're like, Mom, I want to go. Please let me go.
Oh, I'm not that far. I'm not that bad. I live on my own, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just got it's really cool because Eurogamer Expo in 2012. It's gonna happen in September, and it's happening in London, which is it's kind of close to me. But they're
I always
doing
wanted to go to London.
they're
Like
doing
that
Me too.
they're doing press passes for they've got two types of press passes, which is enthusiast and professional, and I actually got my press passes today for the Saturday and Sunday, which is pretty awesome. I'm so pumped for it, and
That's pretty sweet.
I can't wait. I can't wait to go, to be honest. I'm going to record tons of stuff, and then apparently they've got like a little Wi-Fi area that all the press can go to. If they do, that's going to be insane, because that means I can actually upload my content before it gets out of date. And yeah, I'm super pumped. It starts in 166 days, 10 hours, 54 minutes and 20 seconds, apparently, according to their website. But yeah, do you guys plan on going to any? Like
Oh
soon?
yeah, Comic-Con's gonna be here in 2 months, I think.
Nice.
Whereabouts do you live?
I'm not gonna say that outside.
Well, give me a state. I don't need.
Ontario.
You live in Ontario? Me too.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Really?
right, let's just
Am I getting trolled right now?
No, why? Don't tell me that's where you live.
I live in Ontario.
alright, moving on from, you guys having a little chit chat over there, but
Hey,
Let's-
that's a very important topic.
let's talk about DLC in general, like the whole idea of after you've bought a game, you then have the opportunity to get to buy DLC. Like, what's the maximum price that you guys would pay for DLC content?
$15.
9.
15.
Well, I think same for me. I think I want to pay only like $5 to $10, but
Well, I
That's
want to
not
pay
real.
nothing, but
yeah, we do.
realistically,
Yeah.
I'd pay 15.
DLCs should be free. DLC. Let's start a movement.
Well, that's the thing though,
DLC.
do you think that once you've bought the game, you should then get all content from...
I don't think so.
No?
You get what you pay for, and DLC is just extra if you want it.
Yeah.
It would depend on what kind of DLC you're talking about also, because some of them are really cool, like you have pseudo expansion packs, but if it's like $5 for a sword, like I'm not gonna pay $5 for a sword.
Or like shitty Call of Duty maps.
Yeah.
That's got to be the most overpriced DLC out. Just it's always bad. I mean, I remember getting DLC for World at War, and I've never got DLC again because the maps.
World of War had so much DLC, didn't they?
Yeah, it was good. I think I mainly got it for the zombie maps, but the thing is, whenever you play, the new maps always feel worse because they weren't there from the start, and you're not comfortable with them ever, so you don't play them, and then you'll never be comfortable with them. So I don't really like Call of Duty DLC that much, to be honest. It's
Oh, me neither.
overpriced and just
I paid the 60 for Elite, and I regret that decision.
lucky.
Because I don't even play COD anymore. Like, when it first came out, I'm like, I'm gonna be playing COD all year. May as well buy this, but I don't play at all anymore, really.
Yeah,
Man,
that's
I
the
think
thing.
most of us do the same thing.
I bought Modern Warfare 3 fully expecting to be playing that game a long time, but I don't think I've even got a day in it yet, and that's
I don't know why I get my hopes up for COD every year, because I hated Black Ops. I have less than like 2 days on Black Ops. Like I played it when I first came out, and then I just stopped, just like I did with Modern Warfare 3. I don't know why I got my hopes up, but I can't complain too much because I got my money's worth out of it in the first like month. Because I played so much with my friends and then just stopped.
I'm probably not gonna get the next one, just out of like a statement, just not to support them anymore, because I'm looking forward to Respawn Entertainment's first game.
Yeah, you say that, but yeah, one person's not really gonna make a difference. Everyone's gonna buy it anyways. I just buy it for like I don't play COD for the fun of games. Like I play like PC games for like to game. I play COD to just talk to people, pretty much like my friends.
Yeah, I mean,
I just use party chat and just use it as medium.
One of the main reasons I bought Modern Warfare 3 is to get that first week of content up, just to get out there a bit. I mean, because gameplay commentaries now, I'd rather see a black screen because it just all looks the same now, to be honest.
I never ever listen to COD commentaries.
Yeah, I mean, I only listen to like Wings of Redemption now because he's the only one that's got like genuine character.
Like I listen to COD commentaries, but I don't watch them. Like I just open a new tab and go on Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, always have something playing in my room. I don't like silence anymore. I always just have someone's video playing in the background in the tab. Because I just don't like sitting awkwardly in silence.
That's fair enough.
Man, it must suck if the power goes out, because I know Ontario's got a terrible power... Like, we've got terrible power grids everywhere.
Do you remember a couple years ago when, like, all of the provinces and, like, down the eastern seaboard's power went out? That was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was about 10 years ago.
No, it wasn't 10 years ago, because I was 15. I was probably
really? Oh, it must have happened
or so years ago.
It happened before that too, because I was in college, and that was 2001.
It was probably like I remember.
Well, there's just what I'm saying right there, man.
Was it in August when it happened?
Oh jeez.
In the summer?
Yeah, it was right after. It was, I think the semester was just starting. Yeah,
well, I was just up north camping, and I was watching TV in my cabin before we went off to do our stuff for the day, and I turned on the TV, and the power just went out, and I thought I did it.
You did it! All of Ontario suffered because of you.
What kind of camping is that? Watching TV while camping?
Hey, it was a cabin.
Yeah, what is that?
And have you heard of Tobermory? It's like kind of up north, but not too much. Anyways, it's just in northern Ontario in cottage country, and there was a TV in the master bedroom. And everyone was getting ready, so I just was watching TV.
Wait,
I didn't, like,
you
sit in
went
front of the
camping
TV.
and there was a master bedroom?
Master bedroom?
Well, there's like a
You've got it all
master
wrong.
bedroom, and there's
Dude,
like a small bed.
What kind of camping is that?
It wasn't like in the
Camping
woods.
in a
it was,
hotel.
Like, it wasn't the woods.
Yeah, camping in a
It was
hotel.
pretty much like a hotel.
You've got to find the wettest piece of ground. You've got to nail your really thin, non-waterproof sheet over, and then you've got to wake up damp, and you're gonna enjoy it. Okay, that's what camping is.
I went outside and stuff all the time. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It was
Gotta
camping.
swat mosquitoes all night before you call it camping.
Yeah.
I've been camping before, like in a tent. I do that.
We know. Oh, wow, okay. In an actual tent?
Yeah,
Oh,
not
okay.
like in a cabin.
Nice. Good to know. Anyway, I guess this concludes us into our last topic, which is kind of a more relaxed, non-gaming topic, and that is favorite fast foods, if any.
I don't eat favorite fast foods, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
I have no idea what that is. We don't have that where I am.
They have Timbits and donuts and coffee and tea.
Tim Hortons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most people won't know what
fresh.
Timbits are, though.
On our
Tim
menu.
Hortons. I think
In my
Timbits are just the middle of donuts.
Yeah, they're
Pretty
just the
sure
middle
they
of
just
donuts.
pop them out.
In my
And
state,
they're
we have
cheap.
In-N-Out, so like that's
Oh,
pretty much
California?
my favorite. Yeah.
I saw someone on like the internet eat like 100 by 100 burger, and I'm like, I want to go there.
I'm pretty bad because I pretty much like all of them, but the thing is, I'm not fat. I'm like the skinniest guy you'll ever see. I've probably got something really wrong with me, but I just love fast food. I don't know why. It's probably...
Just go ahead and Google 100 by 100 In-N-Out burger, and they look pretty good.
I've seen it in real life. It's pretty impressive. It's pretty
Oh,
impressive
so
that they
like
actually
Do people get them often?
No, not often. You see 5x5s more often than 100x100.
Just trying to be funny. Look at me get this 100x100 burger. Her, her, her. I'm gonna eat this.
Well, the thing is,
On
guys,
this
at Epic
call.
Mealtime, that is crazy.
Yeah, I love those guys. Those
Stuff
guys are
they
awesome.
make. I mean, they completely blow up out of nowhere. Like, they're a huge, rapidly expanding.
Those
channel.
guys are gonna be so fat in the next 2 years.
Yeah. I think that's why they
okay.
hired the women to get them to eat it instead.
The guy from Epic Mealtime, he did an AMA on Reddit, and someone asked him how much weight he's gained since like the year and a half they've been doing Epic Mealtime, and he said he gained like 70 pounds.
Oh my god.
And it's the big guy, you know, Tyler, the
Yeah.
bigger guy.
Yeah.
So he was already kind of big to start with, but he gained around 70 pounds. He said,
Holy jeez.
and Muscle Glasses was getting chubby too, so he's like taking a break from Epic Mealtime for a couple months.
Yeah,
I've
I
heard.
noticed that.
Yeah, I remember in one of his episodes, he was on the phone and he wasn't saying anything, but Harley was still like responding to him, like saying he was on a break at the gym all the time.
Yeah, he's getting a little chubby, and he's the muscles. He can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awkward moment when your muscles glasses turns into chubby glasses.
Yes.
No.
I have a bacon strip shirt. Just throwing it out
Oh,
there.
nice.
Oh man, I gotta get one of those.
Same.
Apparently they own a restaurant as well. That's like, I don't know if you guys.
Oh yeah, that's right. They are Canadian.
Yeah, they're from Quebec. Yep, by Montreal, I believe. My brother said that this guy he works with, his friend, like this guy he works with, who is his friend, not the guy who works with his friend. But anyways, met him in London, Ontario, at a bar.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, why couldn't I have been there? I can't get into bars because I'm only 15, but why couldn't I have just waited outside with a pen and paper, gotten an autograph?
Thing is, like, it's getting to the point that they're so famous that when you see in the episodes when they go to like McDonald's, they like the people working at McDonald's like recognize them, and they're like,
Yeah,
they start
Epic
fanboying
Mealtime
out.
is like brought YouTube mainstream. Like people at my school, everyone knows Epic Mealtime. If I wear my bacon strip shirt, it's everyone knows what it means. And I shit you not, my wood tech teacher, my wood shop guy, he owns an Epic Mealtime shirt, just the logo one, and he wore it one day, and I just lost my mind.
Yeah, the thing
Oh,
is,
man.
people at my school knew about Epic Mealtime before me, and I'm like based on YouTube. I'm on YouTube like so many hours a day. I mean, they are big, and it's kind of good for the whole, industry. I guess you could call it an industry. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I think that just about wraps up the episode of Machinimites podcast. So I'd like to thank all of you for coming on. Really great time again, and peace. Any last words for any of you?
Thank you for having me, sir. It was fun. Third
Yeah,
time.
it was a lot of fun. Thank you, man.
Pretty cool for my first time here.
I'm gonna
actually.
go get drunk. Just kidding. I'm underage.
YouTube money. We're all gonna celebrate that.
YouTube
after
money.
this.
Gonna go party.
But I'm overage. I'm going to
You
get
can drink.
drunk in your faces.
You can talk about drinking. I can't talk about it.
Wait, what? I can't talk about drinking?
No, I can't. I'm underage. That'd be bad.
Oh, okay.
Peace out, guys.